What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. We got a new goal before 2026, and that is to hit 180,000 subscribers. It's possible, kind of a stretch, but I'm definitely going to make a push over these next 2 months. But as for highlights in this video, I have exclusive news on the upcoming Air Jordan 6 Light Aqua and the Air Jordan 4 Comic. As well, there's been a lot of rumors going around about the Air Jordan 13 Flint and the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Band being delayed or postponed indefinitely, and I'm going to give you more information on both of those later on in the video. Now, there's a lot more news from Jordan Brand. As well, there's a lot from Nike. And now, let's jump into the news. In this video, we have two upcoming Nike Jaw 3 colorways that I'm going to go over. And what's funny is both of these leaked on the same day. But both of these pairs I was actually supposed to leak months ago. I did see them. I did a mock-up. I just never got around to doing it. And unfortunately, when you wait, other people get to share, but the difference here is that it's a first look at the shoes. What I would have put out is a mock-up, so although both would have been accurate, and here we have the Jaw 3 Year of the Horse. So the pair features a light chocolate, silt red, and metallic gold colorway. As you know, we should be getting a good amount of Year of the Horse releases for Chinese New Year next year. I do like the color blocking on them. We have red throughout, the slash marks on the side is brown, and the metallic gold fills in the swoosh, which is a dope look. Now, what I also like is they took things a bit further, and on the tongue we have horsehair. Now, tucked away on the insoles, we do have Chinese characters. I will showcase an image in this video. I have no idea what this says, so if anybody can let me know down below, please do. Unfortunately, we don't have a specific release date, but more than likely they're going to drop in January 2026, potentially February, and the retail price will be $145. Now, the second Jaw 3 is known as Murray State, and it will feature a mismatch theme. In college, Ja Morant played for Murray State, and this pair features a pure platinum, deep royal blue, and lightning colorway. Both feature white on the base. One pair starts things off in blue in gradients to yellow, while the other starts off in yellow in gradients to blue. From the images, I don't see specific branding tying to Murray State. Again, I didn't expect it to. Although Nike is calling them Murray State, they'll probably name them something different when it goes live, just so they get out of paying rights to use the name. But as for a release date, currently this pair is scheduled to drop on March 5th, and the retail price will be $125. Quick heads up on the Eric Koston Nike SB Air Max 95. Now, I did go over these in the November 2025 release dates video, so if you want to check these out in that video, as well as multiple other sneakers, there will be a link down below. Now, at the time of recording that video, the release date was set for November 1st, and that would be for skate shops. However, we now have a release date for the sneakers app, and that will be on November 7th. They are on there live, and the retail price will be $190. Another pair that I did go over in the release dates video, but I wanted to give it a little bit more shine in the news video. Not only have official images popped up of the Stranger Things Nike Dunk Low, we do have a release date, and they are on the sneakers app. Now, the official colorway is Phantom, College Gray, Varsity Red, and Midnight Navy. There was rumors that a second pair was supposed to drop. That was months back, but we have yet to see a second pair leak. Now, it's possible they could pop up, but for now, there's no additional details. But what's cool about this pair is that they come with pins. Even the packaging on these resembles that of OG boxes from the 80s. The overall look is definitely aged. There's also upside down branding, which represents the upside down. Now, I haven't heard about boutiques getting these, but it's possible. But for now, definitely you have a chance to buy on the sneakers app on November 6th. Also, the retail price will be $155. These will definitely sell out on the sneakers app. A lot of people like Stranger Things. As well, I do believe these will be more on the limited side. But if you're going after them, good luck. So since Nike did send me a press release, as well on their media page, there's more information on the Nike Air Max 95,000. I did want to go over them in this video. Yes, I did talk about them in the release dates video, but there's so much more information about them. Not only that, for some reason, I was calling them 9500. I don't know why I got stuck in my head that it was 9500, not 95,000. So I do apologize for that. But again, I do want to read the press release, and it reads, Nike is fusing futuristic form and function in the new Nike Air Max 95,000, a 3D printed silhouette that pays homage to the iconic Air Max 95 while powering a new era of sneaker innovation. Unveiled during Complex Con in Las Vegas, the Air Max 95,000 is the first shoe born from Nike's Project Nectar, a specifically formulated printing process that delivers durability and traction on the outsole, as well as a bold embellishment on the 3D printed upper, unlocking new possibilities for self-expression. Nike Air has always been about pushing boundaries and inspiring the next generation, says Brittany Shelton, VP North America Brand Management. The Air Max 95,000 brings that inspiration to life through innovation that delivers creativity and opportunities for self-expression. The Air Max 95,000 reflects Nike's leading position at the forefront of sneaker culture, recalling the brand's 4-decade history of Nike Air styles while providing a glimpse into the future possibilities of computational design and printable footwear, where creative exploration meets personalization, fueling both coveted distinction and athlete performance. The silhouette builds on the futuristic form of the first-of-its-kind Air Max 1000. Developed with Zellerfield using the company's new multicolor Ready Gen 3 printers by stacking the same 3D printed chassis with a Big Bubble Max Air unit in the heel and a smaller Max Air unit in the forefoot to provide a consistently soft, smooth, and just springy enough feeling underfoot. Zellerfield was founded to reimagine how footwear is created and experienced, says Cornelius Schmidt, CEO, Zellerfield. What began as a profound idea to give creators more freedom has grown into something much bigger. Today, the brand we all grew up admiring is using our platform to design faster, test ideas instantly, experiment without limits, and bring entirely new silhouettes to life. Nike has always defined the future of footwear, and Zellerfield's technology is helping unlock new possibilities in design. The distinct application of Nike Air serves as an ode to the Air Max 95, 30 years after its introduction as the foremost Air innovation of its time. The silhouette also nods to the future of Air, a limitless innovation platform whose fluid, expressive technology spans across the entire brand, from performance apparel and footwear to ultra-modern streetwear silhouettes. We never would have been able to create the silhouette using traditional methods, and this sculptural, contour design and futuristic application of Air is only the beginning of a multi-year journey with Zellerfield and what we see as unlimited possibilities in a new era of 3D printed footwear, says Shelton. The latest application of Nike Air is on display for the first time at Complex Con inside Nike's Mad Stadium, a pop-up destination where attendees can gain an exclusive glimpse into the future intersection of innovations, sport, and sneaker design, along with Nike-only immersive soccer experiences. So obviously Complex Con is over. However, as for the first colorway, it features black and volt, very simple and clean. And the pair will drop on November 28th, and the retail price will be $250. So in the release dates video, I did say that they were going to drop at Zellerfield. I wasn't sure if they were going to drop on the Sneakers app. I felt that it was a strong possibility they would since official images did leak. Now, somebody did tell me that they are on the Sneakers app now. I just looked. Unfortunately, for me at least, they're not. But it does say on this press release that they will be available on the Sneakers app. So that might be your best chance at purchasing. Now, as for the retail price, it's said to be $250, which in my opinion is a bit steep. Either way, super dope shoe. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on a pair, but again, at $250, yeah, it's a bit steep for me. But let me know your thoughts down below. So official images popped up of the LeBron James Nike Air Force 1 Low NYC, also known as Black Patent. So the nickname obviously comes from the fact that the shoes feature black patent leather on the upper, but what's unique about this pair is the midsole. So the midsole is inspired by his crown logo. Replacing Air on the midsole, there is a goat logo. I'll leave my personal opinions out about that. In my last video, it seemed that somebody or a few people got upset I wasn't a fan of the Bubble Boy nickname for LeBron or that shoe. Bubble Champ would have been a way better nickname in my opinion. But getting back to this pair, the tongue label, it reads Nike LBJ, and then underneath it reads Air Chosen One, obviously a play off of the Air Force One. The inside of the tongue has a label that reads New York City, and then the insoles have another crown, but this time with jewels on it and a swoosh. The packaging is also pretty nice as well. It has a crown on the lid. Looks like they come with black leather laces, and then another set of laces in black and gold. The design is completed with a dark blue translucent sole. Now, as for the release date, unfortunately, we don't have one, but this pair is expected to drop in December, and the retail price will be $200. As you know, Undefeated has multiple colorways of the Nike Air Max 95 dropping this holiday season. Now, in a previous news video, I went over the black pair, but recently we saw a first look at what's being called the white pair. These actually released at ComplexCon on October 26th, but there will be another release date. Now, this pair features a cell, metallic silver, gorge green, and sport red colorway. With this pair, as you can see, mostly white runs throughout, and then we have a green and red stripe that wraps the shoe. On the red portion, we have Undefeated repeated, and it looks like we have silver on the swoosh. Now, what I do like about this pair is the Air Max unit. Instead of it being translucent, it appears to be painted. Now, I don't know if it's actually painted or if it's filled in or what the process was of making it, but I actually like the look. It's something a little bit different. Also, this pair appears to be constructed with mostly leather, but it does also look to have some canvas and, of course, mesh. And the drawback on this shoe, in my opinion, is the outsole. Yes, it's mostly white, so I'm not a huge fan of that, but it does have green as well as red. And in the midfoot area, we have Undefeated and Nike Air branding. This pair is nice. I think what draws me to it is the Air Max unit. But as for a wider release, unfortunately, we don't have one, but they're going to drop this holiday season. So any time now between October and December, and the retail price will be $200. We also have a release date for the Kobe Bryant Nike Air Force One Low Linen. Now, this pair is inspired by the 2007 release of the Nike Air Force One Low Kobe, but that pair is a Supreme model. So the difference with that pair is that it featured a visible air unit in the heel. This obviously won't have that, but other than that, the color blocking is pretty much on point. The official colorway is linen and university blue. The standout feature of this pair is the image of Kobe Bryant on the lateral side. The insoles also have special branding as well. The right features the Kobe Shield logo, and the left features words like performance, strength, power, attitude, and so forth. Other details includes Nike Air debossed on the heel, and then we have blue on the midsole and the rubber outsole with a translucent finish. Now, if you want to pick this pair up, they will drop on November 1st. They're on the Sneakers app now. Obviously, they're not dropping until the 1st, though, but you can check them out there. And the retail price will be $150. Official images popped up of Costco's Kirkland Signature Nike SB Dunk Low. Now, at the time of recording, I'm seeing a lot of people saying this will be a Costco exclusive release. I'll be honest, there has been rumors, but it hasn't been confirmed. And to go out and say that these are only dropping at Costco, yes, that actually could happen, but I definitely would wait until Nike confirms it or somebody who is in the know of things. I'll be honest, I don't know. Now, with the official images, what's kind of cool is that the pair comes with a hang tag that reflects the Costco membership cards. So it says Costco Wholesale. Underneath it, it says Exclusive Skateboarder. Then it has Costco's and Nike's website. I thought that part was pretty cool. The leaked images didn't showcase that. Now, the whole inspiration for this pair is said to be Costco sweaters, or I should say the Kirkland Signature sweaters. I've been to Costco multiple times, but for some reason I always thought it was just apparel, but somebody informed me it's actually their own brand and they have a lot of other different stuff that they sell, so not just apparel under the Kirkland Signature. They also come with 5 sets of laces. So we have one in red, one in black, one in gray, one in white, and then one looks like it's cell with black speckle detailing. You know what? I'll just make sure to put an image of the laces in the video so you can check it out. Now, for this pair, unfortunately, we don't have an official release date, but they are expected to drop this holiday season, and the retail price will be $130. Now, another thing about them being a Costco exclusive, We are looking at the official images, and more than likely, it does mean that they will drop on the Sneakers app. Not all the time, though, because official images have popped up and a shoe hasn't released on the Sneakers app, so it doesn't 100% confirm it. But in most cases, it does mean that they will drop on the Sneakers app. But yeah, like always, more information coming soon. Months back, I talked about Central Cee having a collaboration with Nike on the Air Force One Low. The collaboration would actually be 3 pairs of the Air Force One Low. Now, we have 1 pair dressed in black, white, and smoke gray. Images of that have yet to leak. The second pair, which is shown here, is dressed in dark beetroot, metallic gold, red oxide, and flat gold. Now, this will be a UK exclusive, so unfortunately this pair is not expected to drop in the States. Now, the last pair is actually a friends and family, and it comes dressed in black, optic yellow, and racer blue. Now, we have 1 image of the upcoming pair, and as you can see, it comes covered in a shade of red. It's pretty much all over the place. And then we have a logo on the lateral side in gold. Now, I'm not sure what this logo is, if it's a new logo associated with Central Cee. I did look up Central Cee's logos, and nothing came up that looked like this. I'll be honest, I really don't follow Central Cee at all. Maybe after this video I'll listen to some of his music, but as of now, we don't have a release date for this pair. They're expected to drop spring 2026, which means the release will take place between January and March, and currently no retail price. This bit of information has been making the rounds last week. I didn't do a news video this week. This would actually be my first one, so it's time to cover this pair, although some of you may have already seen the news. But as you already know, this information came out months back, is that the Nike Air Max 95 OG Neon will be releasing again in 2026. Now, the next time they drop, more pairs are expected to be released. The initial drop this year, it was pretty limited and sold out fast, but I have seen a few restocks happen this year. Now, the reason why I'm talking about them now and it's going around is we have a release date, and that date is March 5th. So not on Air Max Day, but Air Max month, because that's more of what it's been. We typically get a bunch of Air Max drops during March for Air Max month, and the retail price on these should be $190. Not only have official images popped up of the Caitlin Clark Nike Kobe 6 Protro in Light Armory Blue, but we have a potential new release date. So these were supposed to drop, I believe, in October. October 1st was the initial release date. Obviously, that day came and gone, nothing released. And they're going to drop in November. Now, with the official images, something we already expected. The pair won't actually feature Caitlin Clark branding, but we all know it's tied to her. When they do show up on the Sneakers app, more than likely they will be labeled Caitlin Clark. By the way, she does have a signature shoe coming next year. Before I leak that, I'm waiting on more specifics. It might have got delayed though. Supposed to drop in fall, but potentially the holiday season. But for this pair, features a Light Armory Blue, white, and Baltic Blue colorway, and currently expected to drop on November 12th. The retail price will be $200. Lately, it's been rough collecting sneakers. Prices continue to rise, and with the amount of dope drops coming, it can get expensive. Let's not forget that sometimes we see a pair of sneakers available overseas, but if we buy, we get charged $100 just for shipping due to tariffs. The hardest part in life is just finding the extra cash. This is where our sponsor, SAGA Metals Corporation, could help. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. As you guys know, I talk about sneakers. But thanks to today's sponsor, SAGA Metals Corporation, I can fill you in on what they are about. What you might not be aware of, nations are scrambling to secure access to critical minerals. Right now, SAGA Metals Corporation is mobilizing a major drill program in Labrador targeting titanium, vanadium, and iron ore, 3 essential minerals of the clean energy future which we all can appreciate. SAGA Metals Corp, TSX-V, SAGA/OTCQB, SAGMF is moving fast toward a major milestone. The campaign targets a strike zone rich in titanium, vanadium, and iron, critical minerals powering the global energy transition. Investors are taking notice because the company controls an entire 160 square kilometers intrusive complex in a safe North American jurisdiction has proven mineralization and is now stepping up exploration to define large-scale resources. As the world scrambles for secure supplies of titanium and vanadium for EVs, batteries, and green steel, SAGA's fully financed drill program could unlock major value. With drilling imminent and momentum building toward the first resource estimate, this could be your moment to check out SAGA Metals before the story breaks open. A partnership with Rio Tinto further strengthens SAGA's position in the global green energy transition. Rio Tinto is one of the most successful global mining companies. Under the operation agreement, Rio Tinto Exploration Canada has the right to acquire a 51% interest in SAGA Metals' legacy lithium project over 4 years by meeting specific conditions. With anything in life, please do research on the company before investing. For further information, we have added all the links to the company's websites and our disclaimer in the video description below. I would like to thank SAGA Metals Corporation for making this video possible. And now, let's get back to the news. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and this pair I did talk about in the release dates video, but new images popped up of the Air Jordan 12 Pearl Pink. Now this is a kids exclusive release, and the reason why I'm talking about it in the news video is that what's releasing looks a lot different compared to what images have been going around. Now as you can see with this pair, it features mostly white throughout, and then it has pink accents. However, in some of the images, it almost looks like it has like a pink undertone to it on the upper. Now that could be due to the lighting and the reflection of the paper in the box, because as you can see in one of the images, the individual holding this sneaker, you don't really see it. So just wanted to showcase the photos, and they're scheduled to drop on November 21st, and the retail price will be $155. They're also going to drop in preschool sizes for $95, and taller sizes will cost $80. I know in the last news video, I talked about the Air Jordan 6 reverse infrared, and I'm going to briefly talk about them again just because images showcasing how they look on feet recently popped up. And traditionally, I like to show how sneakers look on feet. A lot of people are interested in that. Overall, this is a clean pair. It is one of my top pickups in 2026. As most of you know, this was initially a sample. It was shown off in an East Bay catalog around 2000, but the pair was produced in 1999. I also remember seeing them on Nike Talk. Some people actually owned pairs. They would post pictures back in the day. And what I always liked about this shoe was the red branding on the heel. I feel that if they did a reimagined version of the Infrared 6 with red Nike Air branding, man, those would really be nice in my opinion. But as for the release date, they're going to drop on February 14th, and the retail price will be $215. Another solid pair that's scheduled to drop in November is the Air Jordan 11 Pearl. And yesterday, official images popped up of the shoe. Now, unfortunately, and kind of what I was hoping for, is that with the official images, we could see if the pair is coming with another set of laces, but either they're not coming with extra laces or Nike didn't upload photos to the server. Also with these images, it kind of looks like it has like a pearlescent finish on the mudguard, at least in some of the images. And then you also see a close-up of the jewelry with this, and it has stacked pearls. I do think this pair is nice, it's just I'm not a fan of the laces, but either way, they're going to drop on November 11th, and the retail price will be $235. Alright, so we have some new on-feet photos of the Air Jordan 11 Gamma, and these images are thanks to Jay the Sneaker Guy. Shout out to him, like always. And this, of course, is a pretty hyped release for December. This will probably be the main Air Jordan 11 that people are going after. As you know, there's quite a few Air Jordan 11s dropping this holiday season. There's a total of 8, but we have another one dropping in January. But just to recap what I've said in the past, this pair will be a massive GR. A ton of pairs produced. They won't be super difficult to get your hands on. The main holiday release 11s, the brand produces a ton of pairs. Yes, there is hype, but they produce so many that it doesn't really affect people getting their hands on a pair. Yes, over time, these will potentially sell out, of course. These will do a lot better than the Legend Blue or the Columbia Air Jordan 11s that dropped last year. Not to say those aren't dope, because personally I prefer those over this pair just because it's an OG. But a lot of people who like a fresh pair of 11s outside of sneakerheads will gravitate to this pair over the Legend Blue. But as for the release date, they're scheduled to drop on December 13th, and the retail price will be $235. We have some new images of the SoleFly Air Jordan 3, known as Miami, and inspired by the Miami Hurricanes. Now from these photos, and I believe there's a video going around, a short video of the shoes, granted you'll want to get them in hand to confirm them. Now it doesn't look like we see any additional new details about the shoe compared to what we previously saw, but one thing I do like is the debossed SoleFly logo on the lateral side. So instead of elephant print, we have suede, which wraps the heel in orange, and then around the toe, we have green. The pair also has Nike Air branding on the heel. The backdrop of that kind of has like an aged look to it. Not super aged, more of a cell hue. And then the upper features white leather. The midsole also has cell, matching the heel tab. And then the pair will have an orange rubber outsole. So as for the release date, at least for now, it's expected to drop on December 6th. It's very possible that it could change, and the retail price is expected to be $230. Now, we can expect them to drop at SoleFly. As far as other boutiques, I haven't heard anything yet, and the sneakers app I haven't heard as well. But like always, more details coming soon. I was reluctant on sharing this information because it's not confirmed, but we have a potential release date for the Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1 Low OG. Now, official images were going around some time back. It wasn't all the official images, somehow they leaked early, but new official images leaked, just showing off some different angles that we didn't have before. Now, as you guys know, I've been monitoring the stock of this shoe, not specific numbers, but if they're actually loading in on the back end of Nike server. In my last video, I talked about it. I believe for the US, it was 7 and 7.5 loaded. And things are definitely moving around because now it's 7 and 11, both low stock. And that's for the US sneakers app. Now, Japan was removed, but now it's back. Quite a few sizes are loaded in the back end for Nike Sneakers Japan. And that includes 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, all the way up to size 13. Before this, there was no size 12.5 or 13, I believe. I don't know, a lot of people are saying they weren't going to drop on the sneakers app, but to me it's kind of looking like they might. Obviously, I can't confirm it. Yes, there is stock actually loaded, and I'm actually seeing landing pages. Before this, it would just be NA or something along those lines, and there's no official link. But as I'm talking right now, I'm clicking the link. It's saying this product you're looking for is no longer available. Yes, but it's actually connected. Also for the launch date, it says NA. Exclusive access, it says no. Obviously, these things could change, but this is what I'm seeing as of now. But as for the rumored release date, at least the date that's been going around, November 8th. Now, it isn't confirmed if this date is for Travis Scott's website or the sneakers app. Typically, they'll drop on Travis Scott's website first, either a day or a couple days before they release on the sneakers app. So, just a rumor, November 8th, and the retail price will be $155. Alright, so I got a couple updates to go over in this video, and the first one is the Air Jordan 3 Laser. Now, before this, the colorway was Phantom in multicolor, and this was due to the fact of Jordan Brand and Nike trying to hide the actual colorway of the shoe, trying to stop people from leaking it. Now, what has changed is a few things. One, I do have the colorway, which is Phantom, University Red, Palomino, and Cell. Now, it looks like something has changed because there's no black in the colorway. So it looks like this release, instead of it being a one-of-one of Michael Jordan's pair, which was gifted to him back in 2003 to celebrate his 40th birthday, this pair will be inspired by the shoes. Now, I had a few sources say that it was one-of-one, but the colorway definitely doesn't reflect that. So Z and I put together a new mock-up showing what the pair could potentially look like. A lot more brown used. Yeah, you know, I'm more of a fan of the original gifted pair. I'm not sure if it'll be laser etching on the shoe or if it's just going to be printed on. But there's a ton of shoes that I should be getting a first look of for fall 2026 soon. I'm hoping so. At least that's what I was told. So a lot of these leaks expect accurate blockings to come soon. Well, let's hope they come soon. Now, as for the release date, this pair will drop fall 2026, which means a release will take place between July and September, and currently no retail price for this one. I believe it was a couple weeks back that I leaked that Jordan Brand would be releasing the Air Jordan 17 Low Black Patent. Now, this is a shoe that I didn't see. However, from my sources, I was told that the shoes would feature black patent leather on the upper. So what is shown is a mock-up. Some things could change. But more importantly, I do have the confirmation on the colorway. Again, Jordan Brand was trying to hide it. It was just black and multicolor, I believe. But now the official colorway is black, black, and metallic silver. So I suspect they'll look pretty close to this mock-up. But obviously, I can't confirm that at the time of recording. Again, this is another pair that I should be getting a first look of. I also have the style code for them as well. I know some people like to know about the style code. For this one, it's IV7640-001. Now, this pair will also drop fall 2026, which means a release will take place between July and September. And unfortunately, I don't have a retail price, but more information coming soon. Okay, so some information came out, I believe last week, on two upcoming pairs that I personally leaked some time back. And the first one is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Band. So this is in no way, shape, or form calling the individual out or the brand. I have nothing against them. Traditionally, their information is solid. I don't want to mention their name just because I don't want to, send any negative energy their way. Because again, they've always given me credit on information and I do appreciate them. But the post was something along the lines of the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Band has been postponed indefinitely. Now, as some of you may remember, I did talk about this shoe, and it was part of Jordan Brand's Summer 2026 collection. I got a lot of DMs on this. People asking me if they're still releasing. Some people asked when they're going to be released. For the most part, I did respond to people, but I was more so waiting for this video to talk a little bit more about it. But the main question is, have they been delayed? Have they been scrapped? And to answer both, no. They're still dropping Summer 2026. Now, I think the misunderstanding of the delay is due to the style code. So the style code has changed. For this particular pair, I'm not sure why it changed. For the second one, I have an idea. But yes, these are still going to drop Summer 2026. The official colorway is black, black, varsity red, and summit white. Now, what is shown is a mock-up. However, they're expected to be a low-top version of the 2011 Band Air Jordan 1. Do I think they're going to have the same quality? Probably not. The quality on that pair was super nice, that leather. Man, I could only hope that it returns on this pair. But what the shoes are known for is the X on the heel, which they will have. As far as the branding on the insoles, I'm not sure about that. I haven't seen it. I do know the 2011 Air Jordan 1 High that went to outlets, they messed up on the date, or I should say the year, on the insoles. It should be 84, but they put 85. So that's the whole reason why they went to outlets. But I don't have a specific release date for this pair, but they are going to drop Summer 2026, and the retail price will be $145. So I'm sure you guys already know the answer to this, but I'm going to go over them as well. The Air Jordan 13 Flint. A lot of people are looking forward to this pair returning. It's an OG pair, first released in 1998. They've also retroed multiple times throughout the years. And the last time they released was in 2020. So 6 years later, we're getting the pair again. Now, just a heads up, the image used is not the 2026 pair, but same situation as the Band Air Jordan 1 Low OG. The same account posted that the Air Jordan 13 Flint has been postponed indefinitely. That isn't the case. They're still releasing. Currently, the release date is April 25th. So that is part of Jordan Brand's Summer 2026 collection. Now the style code on this pair has changed. And for this pair, the reason I think it changed is due to the shape. Potentially they're updating the shape, making it closer to the OG. I don't have confirmation on this, but this does seem possible to me. If anytime they're going to update the shape on a shoe, it'll definitely be on an OG colorway. And then going forward, we should start seeing it on new colorways. But yeah, just wanted to give you an update on these two. Like I mentioned, they're going to drop on April 25th. The retail price will be $215. Okay, so I do have a few leaks for this video. I've been sitting on this information for some time, hoping to get a first look soon. But I felt that it was time to just leak this information. But for fall 2026, we have the release of the Air Jordan 4 comic. The pair is also being called Comic Con, but there appears to be no association with Comic Con. But the overall inspiration of this shoe will be vintage comic books from the 60s and the 70s. Now, what's shown is a mock-up. It is somewhat close to what will be released. I can't share too much more details, but there is a few changes about this shoe that I had to leave out. So it's not 100% accurate, but it is somewhat close. Now, the official colorway will be off-white, anthracite, neutral gray, fire pink, light arctic pink, and muslin. So yes, it will have some age detailing that will land around the air unit. The upper will be white, constructed with leather. Now, they'll also come with a gradient underneath the mesh on the panels. Now, on the tip of the winged eyelets, you know how it's more of like a box shape? It'll actually resemble the POW graphic in vintage comics. Now, the pair is expected to have Nike Air, but what I will say is it is somewhat different compared to the mock-up that is shown here. But I definitely will have more information on this pair soon. Now, this pair will drop in men's sizing. Actually, it'll be available in full family sizing. I don't have the retail price breakdown, but for adult sizing, they're expected to cost $220. So this is a pair that I don't see being limited. I will say it is unique though. It's kind of cool, especially if you like comic books. It's interesting. But as for a specific release date, unfortunately, I don't have one. But they're going to drop fall 2026, which means a release will take place between July and September. So for the last pair in this video, I have details on the upcoming Air Jordan 6 Light Aqua. Being 100% real with you guys, I have not seen this shoe. I saw the information, so what you're looking at is a mock-up. And the colorway is Light Aqua in multicolor, but from what I saw, the pair is expected to feature black and gray accents. Now the mock-up is done off of what I saw, and due to Light Aqua being the first color in the description, it's very, very possible the shade will be covered across the upper, something like this. As well, since they'll have black and gray detailing, that will be kind of scattered throughout. Potentially could look like this, and if they did, I like them. I think they're clean. You know what's funny is that I've been seeing a mock-up done of the Air Jordan 6 Freshwater, like an inspiration of the Air Griffey Max 1 Freshwater. And this kind of reminds me of them, just a little bit. Yes, there's no red or anything like that, but that actually would be dope if they did drop a Griffey-inspired Air Jordan 6. But I can definitely see people calling this shoe Tiffany. No, this won't be a collaboration with Tiffany. And as for information, that's pretty much it. Expect something potentially like this coming in fall 2026. And the retail price is $215. Let me know your thoughts on this pair. If they look like this, would you buy? And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. As for new videos, I do believe on the 1st I'm going to drop a short, and then Monday I potentially am going to drop a news video. It could be Tuesday, depending how this weekend goes. It is Halloween on Friday, that's why I'm dropping this video on Thursday. So happy Halloween to all you guys. And then my daughter, we have her birthday party on Saturday. She's turning 11. And then her actual birthday is on Monday. So I may drop the next video Tuesday. So if you don't see a video live from me on Monday, expect one on Tuesday. And if you haven't checked out the November 2025 Air Jordan and Nike release dates video, there will be a link in the description below. But for this one, let me know what you liked or disliked down below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave those down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.